This is Hector Canales bringing you a quick unboxing review of the 2022 Studio Series Deluxe Class Arcee from the very best and original Transformers movie from 1986. I'm also going to be comparing it to the 2014 Thrilling 30 Arcee. Mostly because out of all the Arcees I've seen, these two are the best. But I have a small suspicion that this Studio Series Arcee is just a repaint of the Thrilling 30 Arcee. Also, here's a picture of Frozen, the Transformer. Now let's get to the review. And this is the way she is, straight out of the box. She looks fantastic, she looks really good. Let's take a closer look. One of the surprising things is she stands perfectly. She hasn't fallen on me, not even once, and her articulation is superb. And it's very reminiscent, of course, to the one I'm going to compare it to later, the Thrilling 30 Arcee. I'm actually having her hold her blaster with both hands, which is pretty badass. Taking a look at her all the way around, yeah, that backpack is a bit of an eyesore, but it always has been. And I never liked the shell formers where you could take off that piece and use it as a skateboard. I know it must be an incredible headache to try and hide that backpack to try to make her more like her original design, but this is very, very close. Let's check out her articulation. Of course, she's got articulation at the head and it goes all the way around because it's on a ball joint. Articulation at the shoulder, G.I. Joe swivel arm, elbow, no wrist articulation, ab crunch articulation, waist articulation, hip, thigh, knee, and that range of motion on that ankle is really, really nice. But maybe just one thing that is bothering me a little bit is as I'm playing around with her articulation, her transformation is already happening. That piece there doesn't click. The detail on her hands is excellent. The Thrilling 30 Arcee had peg holes on her hips. I wonder if this is a reuse mold from that figure. Now let's get that Thrilling 30 Arcee in here and let's compare them. And off the bat, there's almost no comparison. This is the better Arcee. This was great for when it came out, especially after waiting, 28 years for a Arcee. None of those Michael Bay Arcees, those don't count. But look at the detail, the paint, the sculpting, everything just looks so much better. Take a look at the back and check out her hollow calves. I guess it's a good way to save on plastic. The Thrilling 30 Arcee came with 4 weapons, 2 blasters and what seemed to be 2 swords. The cool thing is you can actually attach them to Arcee while in vehicle mode. Studio Series Arcee came with 1 blaster. But that's fine, she's only seen with 1 blaster during the movie. And the blaster was made from the same mold as the Thrilling 30's blaster. Now the way the Thrilling 30 Arcee's hands are sculpted, you can't put her blaster all the way in her hand. She can't even reach the trigger. But the Studio Series Arcee goes all the way. Yeah, she only comes with 1 gun, but at least she holds it correctly. And since it's the same mold, and now that we've seen that they reused the same mold for her one and only blaster, let's see if they reused any other molds. Now, one of my suspicions was the head. At first glance, you think they did, but take a look at the nose. The Studio Series nose is just a little pointier. Everything looks very, very similar though. And although the Thrilling 30 Arcee has a little more paint decal, like right here, it's a lot better on the Studio Series. Put some light on the back of her head and her eyes glows. It looks like it, but I don't think it is just because of that nose. But it does look like the top part of her arm, the same mold, but the lower part is not. The chest area looks definitely like the same mold, but once you get to the hips and you see that she has a navel for some reason, her thighs, her hips, that's also not the same mold. It's feminine, and this is ultra feminine. Now her knees on down, nope. And it seems like this top part is the same mold. It is the same mold. So it's not a repaint, but it's more than a retooling. It's closer to a completely new action figure. And here are the Arcees transformed. Thrilling 30s Studio Series. I love the way the Thrilling 30s transforms into vehicle mode. Aesthetically, the Studio Series looks a lot better and looks true to the original 1986 movie. And both at the end sort of had the same problem. In vehicle mode, some of their pieces kind of stick out, so they don't roll as well. Actually, she rolls a lot better. On my final analysis, Studio Series Arcee looks great in vehicle mode. Unfortunately, she doesn't roll very good. But in robot mode, she is the best Arcee out there, in my opinion. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you got any of the other Arcees, and if you prefer any of those over these two. Thanks for joining me on this quick unboxing review of the 2022 Studio Series Arcee. I highly recommend her. And I highly recommend my other videos.